All right, friends. So the thing that we're going to work on first this week is value. Value is one of the elements of art that helps show the difference between things that have light shining on them and things that are in the shadow. So we're going to pull our artist workbook out and you're going to flip to this page that says I can learn value. The first thing I want you to do, I've already started some of these to make it easier for the video, but the first thing you want to do is on this first box with pencil is separate it out into 5 different sections. Your first one is going to be completely white, that's the white of the paper, and your last one is going to be the darkest value that you can get your pencil to be. So it's going to be push as hard as you can. The harder we push with our pencil, the darker the lead gets. And I always say start off next with the second lightest because you can always go back and make things darker, but you can't really erase out to make them lighter. So holding our pencil upright, and we're just going to go back and forth, and I'm not pushing super hard on the paper. I'm just pushing hard enough to make my mark. The lighter the touch, the lighter the value we're going to create. The next box down, we're going to push just a little bit harder. That's going to be another value. And then the next box down, we're going to push even a little harder, but you'll see it's still not quite as dark as that darkest value that I have. And that's pretty good. That's a pretty good 5-point value scale. It's not perfect, trying to get it done quick. I'm noticing that my third and fourth values are really similar. So I'm just going to go ahead and go over my darker one more time and add another layer. So adding layers and pressure are the two ways that we can make the value darker. And that's much better. So now I can see clearly 5 different values of my pencil shading. The next one has you do with both pencil and pen. So if you guys don't have a black pen at home, you can also use your black marker for this. It's going to be a little bit harder, but you're going to do this with, this one is hatching. Hatching are just little ticks, so little lines. Lines spaced out further apart are a lighter value, and as they come to the bottom and they're closer together, just little ticks, little lines, they get darker. I'm gonna get that one done really quickly. But look, I'm just doing little lines all the way down, making them really close together, pushing with my pressure for my pencil, and separating them out as I go to the top to create those 5 different value shades. The next one is cross hatching. So similarly to hatching, it's done with little lines, but we make X's. So the way that I like to do it is, again, I start at the bottom with my darkest value, and I'm going to do lines one way, and then I'm going to go back and do lines the other way to make my X. I'm going to get that real close to the camera so you can see that. And then the closer the value is together, the closer the lines are together, the darker the value. Up top, we space them out, just like that. Can you see? There we go. Finish that one real quick. I already had done that one in pencil, but now I'm just going to go back through with my pen to do my ink one. My pen's running that dry until you have several different values. The last one here, this one is called stippling. Stippling is just a bunch of little bitty dots. And these are all different ways that we can learn to shade our items and add value. So when I'm doing stippling with pen, I start at the top and my dots are really far apart. But as I come down to the bottom, I'm just going to come down here real quick, my little dots are really concentrated. That just means there's a whole bunch right in one spot, and you can see it's already, stippling takes some time, but it's already starting to get that value change. I'm going to keep doing that real quick. You're going to complete those 4 ways of adding value, And the last three, remember, are both in pencil and pen. It's not going to be perfect our first time doing it, and that's okay. Finally, down at the bottom of this sheet, you're going to practice adding shading to this apple right here. So it has this example right here. You can follow those lines. You can see that's the darkest shade right there, medium, light, white. So decide which side you want your light to come from. So if your light is coming from this side right here, that means that this right here is probably, it's going to be light, it's going to be white. Then next value, a little bit darker, really dark, black, or as close to black as you can get. So go ahead and get that worksheet done. This is going to take a little bit of time today, and it's going to be a little frustrating probably at first, but just do your best. Upload a video of you talking about it, or a video of just the image, or just an image itself for submission. And I will see you in a bit for your next assignment.